Today we are at Redwoods National Park, and this park is made up of a bunch of different pieces. It has 3 state parks as part of it in Northern California, and right now we're gonna go check out the Stout Grove on the north side.
As you know, a lot of our videos recently have been solar design and other RV projects, RV life stuff where we haven't been traveling as much. So this is going to be amazing. Come along with us.
So if you remember from last year when we were at Mount Rainier National Park, as well as up in North Cascades, there was a ton of really huge cedar trees. And as neat as those are, they are absolutely nothing compared to redwoods. The difference is up to 200 feet taller, and a lot of these redwoods are 1,000 years older. Christine and I have actually been here before, but it's gonna be extra fun today to show the kids. They've been super excited to go see the tall trees.
So neat already.
Pretty incredible, just the size difference between what we saw last year.
Yeah, and everywhere you look, I mean, we were already craning our necks on the road coming here, and we kept having to remind ourselves that we can just wait and we'll be walking through them. It's only a half-mile trail too, so it's super easy. And it's so quiet here. Our kids are a little bit louder, but other than that, it's quiet and peaceful. We're just enjoying this nice little stroll. Amazing.
So I think this is about the best we can do for being able to look up and get the size of these things in perspective. These trees are over 300 feet tall. And one of the really neat things about Redwoods National Park is that it actually has the tallest tree in the world here at 379 feet tall. But the ones here are up to 300 feet and above as well. They're pretty big. The tree itself is called Hyperion, and they keep the location of it secret for obvious reasons, but it is in the Tall Trees Grove, which is aptly named. You do have to get a permit to go see it, and you can get that permit online. You have to get it up to 48 hours in advance.
But it's also a long hike to get there.
Yeah, it is. It is a 4.5-mile hike to get there, so we wouldn't be up for that anyway.
Let's keep going. This one is pretty amazing looking. It looks like it fell a long time ago and has been laying for a while, but it has split into these layers. Almost looks like a beached whale or something that's, you know, down to the bones or something. I don't know, just my opinion from standing here looking at it, but this little guy's exploring. I better go check on him.
So we were actually tipped off to come to the Stout Grove first by my family. And it turns out that the signage to get to this particular grove isn't really great, but you can find it on Google Maps. And I guess one of the perks to that is that it's not real busy, but you do have to come down kind of a long, muddy road that I can imagine if it's been raining a lot would not be the easiest to get down. But we've had a few dry days in the last week or so, so this has been pretty good.
So as you saw, we just kept walking straight here for a little bit, which you can do, and that takes you along the river, but the loop actually continues. And so we checked that out, and there are some massive trees back there. If you have extra time, you can keep walking straight a little ways, come back, and then do the loop. There's just no shortage of trees whatsoever. So we're gonna continue the loop, and we'll see you back at the parking lot. So we just made it back up from that half-mile trail. It was really nice. We'd really recommend the Stout Grove. It was easy but amazing, although we always have a knack for making those half-mile trails last for hours. And this is only one part of Redwoods National Park. So this was Jedediah Smith State Park, and there
are 2 more state parks that are part of the National Park complex. The other 2 are Del Norte Coast Redwoods State Park and Prairie Creek Redwoods State Park. And those are a little bit further south of here, and then there's actually the National Park section itself.
But another grove that we would recommend is Lady Bird Johnson Grove, which is another one that we would have done if we'd had more time, so check that one out, and it's about a 1.5 mile trail.
Yeah, and that one is named after the former First Lady that actually dedicated this national park.
We polled the kids and asked if they wanted to go do another Redwoods hike, in which case we would have done that one, or if they wanted to go to part of the park on the coast where we might see some tide pools because it is now low tide. And that's what they wanted to do, so where are we headed?
We are headed over to Crescent Beach.
Let's go.
We are just about to head down a half-mile trail to Enderts Beach, which is right at the southern end of Crescent Beach.
And we are still in Redwoods National Park system, which it can get a little confusing, all the different parts and part of the parks, but this is a change from being down in the kind of dark, shadowy Redwoods forest. Now we've got bright sunshine, and we're gonna enjoy being down on the beach and hopefully see some tide pools. In the end, we missed the low tide by a couple of hours, so while we didn't actually get to see the tide pools, we spent the rest of the evening playing on the beach.
It has been a really nice day at Redwoods National Park. We got to see the huge trees, and then we rounded out the day at the beach.
And with a nice sunset too. So we hope that you get a chance to come to Redwoods National Park at some point too. And we'll see you on the next adventure.
Bye.
Bye. I'm gonna get a crick in my neck, just like holding it up all the time. Is that what you say, crick in your neck?
I think. I hope so. So it's definitely been a few weeks since we put a video together. We're having so much fun just running around playing. I hope we can actually put something coherent together.
To the left here, right, whatever this is.
Oh, bless you.
Did you get that?
I think so.